Hushed murmurs filled the air. The tension in the room grew in intensity. His presence, peace be upon him, even in a state of sickness, warmed the room. His wives hovered close by, ever vigilant and ready to tend to the one they held dear. They noticed, yet he kept asking, "Where shall I be tomorrow? Where shall I be tomorrow?" Realizing that he wanted to know when he could be with his wife Aisha, they all agreed that he should be moved to her house to be nursed back to health. They arranged for it without delay. Before long, the Prophet, peace be upon him, lay there quietly, with his head resting on Aisha's chest, his forehead wrapped tightly with a cloth to help calm the pain. The fever was so severe that she could feel the heat radiating through his blessed clothes. He was now too weak to lead the prayers, but the people of Medina seemed to have considered his sickness as just a passing inconvenience, something minor that he would recover from in due time. And so, when the time for prayer arrived, they would patiently wait for him in the mosque, hoping for a glimpse of the man they all loved. The Prophet's companions clutched at any straw of hope, interpreting every small action as a positive sign of recovery, like when the Prophet, peace be upon him, staggered over to the window of his home to peer into the mosque. As he stood there gazing in, the companions all felt his presence, and their attention began wavering even though they were standing in prayer. The Prophet felt deeply saddened by the inability to go and sit with his companions and longed to lead them in prayer. At the same time, he was grateful beyond measure, particularly conscious of the favors that Allah had bestowed upon him. Although his life may well have been coming to an end, he felt a profound sense of appreciation for being granted the opportunity to do so much good in his lifetime, more than he could have imagined, more than any other prophet before him. The Muslim community, however, appeared to have found the idea of his death so unbearable and frightening that they failed to read the signs correctly. Everyone, that is, except Abu Bakr. 8th of June, 632. Aisha felt there was something different about the Prophet, peace be upon him. He was lying more heavily in her lap. She could tell by the gentle flickering of his eyelids that he seemed to be pulled in and out of consciousness. Still, she did not quite realize what was happening. Aisha wrung out a strip of wet cloth, the droplets gently resounding as they hit the remaining water in the container. She leaned over the Prophet, close enough to feel the warmth of his breath on her cheek, only to hear him repeatedly murmur, "Truly, I desire the most elevated companion in paradise."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.